We can talk about life, we can talk about church, we can talk about love, we can talk about work. We can talk about life, we can talk about church, we can talk about love, we can talk about work. Ooh. Sip by sip, a little deep, a little soul. Piece by piece, talk it out and let it flow. Morning, night, and noon, got a seed just for you. Laugh a little, learn a little too. Ooh. Coffee conversations, Marcus and Lisa.
Coffee Conversations with Marcus and Lisa. We are back.
Here we go again.
I'm Lisa Knowles-Smith.
And I'm Marcus Smith.
So this is our, candid conversation. Is that what you would consider this? Where we just kind of talk a little bit about what's happening in the world. And
events.
we have our little coffee. So what you sipping on today?
Just some regular old black coffee.
Oh, you
Standard.
fancy.
No cream, no sugar. Just black.
You know,
Like
y'all
me.
coffee drinkers, y'all get on my nerves though. Cause you know what I'm saying? My mama was a coffee drinker. And you know, they be feeling like when you gotta add all that extra stuff to coffee, you ain't drinking coffee no more.
Yeah, it takes away from the purity
Oh God.
of the coffee bean and the effort and the
purity
expertise that
of the
goes
coffee
into
bean
planting and harvesting.
harvesting.
the beans. You sound like
You
a
see,
hater.
I ain't trying to make this. I'm drinking cold, sweetened, regular coffee with vanilla cold cream on top, okay? Because I like cold coffee. We didn't talk about this before. He likes to drink that hot coffee. He be trying to make it sound all special. It's coffee, child.
It's good.
And good.
So
And
much
shout
fun.
out to our oldest daughter who does our editing. She is
That's
our
right.
producer, y'all. India is the producer. Snaps
Go
for
in,
her.
in.
Go in. So we're excited about that. Today is no different than any other day. We're
Right.
gonna have a little talk. And we got fans. I got a little card. I got a card today.
Let's do it.
We got a card today. Well, recently, of course, we talk about real things that are happening in the world, culturally, spiritually, socially, all of those things.
Right.
And of course, we can't talk about what's happening in the world and not talk about this whole thing that just happened between GloRilla and her sister and her family.
And Brorilla, what's it?
I don't know. I don't know what the name is, but
Okay.
GloRilla, of course, shout out to her. She's from my hometown, Memphis, Tennessee. What up, Glo? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Glo. I gotta say that. Yeah, Glo. So anyway, it's been that Memphis be coming out.
All right.
It's been a conversation around the thoughts about what's happening right now.
Right.
So today, I want to talk about family and success. What limits, what boundaries should we set? That's my first question. When it comes to success, why do family have expectations around money? When your money change?
Right. Man, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think it all goes back to the foundation and what kind of foundation that you have. And sometimes that don't even matter. Money make people act
I'm
weird.
gonna say, yeah, you're making it sound real good, but I don't think none of that. I think that people have a false sense of obligation when it comes to family. Entitlement, yeah. A false sense of entitlement. That's the word I'm looking for. When it comes to family, they feel like, hey, you make it, then we all make it.
But it ain't. I agree, but at the same time, I think a lot of times, for instance, I think a lot of times it's certain individuals, and a lot of those individuals, you kind of expect it.
Yeah, it's generally the same type of people. And this is not the first time that we've heard this conversation because if we be honest, we've heard a few successful people talk about cutting off their family members. I know Tyler Perry talked about hiring his family members and having to fire them because they don't want to do the job, but they want the money. I think there is a certain level. I made this note: generational survival versus generational wealth. I think there are times when we think we've learned how to just survive. So that means I survive off of you, survive off of cousin them, you hit the whatever, versus understanding that you gotta tap into what you're good at, and then we can create wealth together.
Yeah, and I think that the thing is in that situation is when you're learning how to survive, we're all surviving together. We all doing what we gotta do to survive. And I think a lot of times when an individual or one particular person takes off, then the rest of the family feel like they don't still have to do
That's what you saying. What I was about to say.
anything that, like, you still gotta.
Because why doesn't
Yeah.
why doesn't it make you want to do
Right.
something? Like if you well,
Right.
you ain't my brother, you my husband, praise God.
Mm-hmm.
But if my brother took off in his business and doing well, why do I feel entitled
Right.
to receive the earnings from his hard work?
Absolutely. Especially a handout.
Yeah, like
Now I can see if it was, hey, can I do something? Can I be your assistant? Can I be your driver? Can I handle this for you? Can I do this for you? Can I work for you?
yeah.
I want to earn. Like, I think it's weird behavior. And in that whole glow situation, it was so funny to me that the sister was complaining about her not helping the mama and saying the mama was still at work. The mama is working, but she not complaining. You clearly not working, and you the one complaining.
And it's so many different things about that. I really hate the situation. So let me
Right,
say that. I really
right.
hate that it became public. I hate that, they put the family business out in the street, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because moms could be cool. Like my mama, when she was living, she wanted to move around. She wanted to work. She
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to be sitting around. It didn't matter. The Brown singers have been successful. We have
Mm-hmm.
had, God has blessed us. She wanted to
Right,
work. You know what
right,
I'm saying? Like that's something that she wanted to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I
right.
mean? So I
Absolutely.
think that we don't know all of the story. We
Right.
we know what she's telling us. We
Mm-hmm.
know the little bits and pieces of information that Glow has released,
Right.
but we don't know for
Nobody,
real.
nobody
You
really
don't know
knows,
what she done
and
did.
that's the unfortunate part because it didn't even have to go here.
Yeah,
But at the same time, to be honest, I think what's happening is exactly what she wanted to happen. I
absolutely.
saw her on
Oh
live
yeah, she
earlier
getting paid
today,
now.
and it was 32,000 people watching her. I think that was the ultimate
Monetize
goal.
that
Yeah,
content.
she wanted that 15 minutes of fame.
So here's the next question. How do you set boundaries with family members
Mm-hmm.
without feeling guilty or unchristian like? Because of course,
Mm-hmm.
we're supposed to help.
Mm-hmm. You absolutely do. I think, and I could take it both ways. I could take it spiritual, or I could take it the other way. In Proverbs teaches us
Preach.
how to handle our finances. You know what I mean? And it says before you construct anything, you got to count the cost. You got to
Preach.
make sure you got enough to finish it before you start it.
Yeah.
So I think it's financial literacy. You
Yeah.
have to know what you have. You have to know what you have to pay in taxes, who you have to pay, all that kind of stuff, how much it costs for you to live, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to set back, and then you can help family and others with what's left over. But I think every individual, like for instance, I saw just today, I saw a football player saying that after 3 years in the league, he was still playing. His third year playing, he was broke.
Jesus.
Like literally, his accountant called him and was like, "Dude, you have no money."
But that's a story of a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Not only do they go broke, but they also suffer mentally
Mm-hmm.
because they are trying to support,
Mm-hmm.
everybody. So let me say this. Let me finish my statement. They're trying to support everybody,
Absolutely.
and then they, kind of lose
Mm-hmm.
focus and lose
Yep.
money, you lose time, you
Yep.
lose yourself and trying
Yep.
to be there for everybody. There's a certain thing that we call it in psychology, survivor's remorse.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get so successful, you feel obligated to
Mm-hmm.
help so many people, and then you feel bad when you tell them no.
Right.
But I think it's very important that we learn how to set boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
because the truth of the matter is a lot of people, like you said, don't plan from the start. Like
Mm-hmm.
if we, you know, for whatever reason, had $100 million come out the sky right now. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Of course, we would be like, okay, we're going to help, your
Mm-hmm.
siblings. We'll help your mom and daddy. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to help my family. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
help our kids. We're going to tie to churches that we
Mm-hmm.
are affiliated with, whatever. We're going to do what those
Right.
parts. But
Right.
we also have to make sure that you make it clear.
That's it.
That
The
this is
communication piece. And I
that
think it
part.
comes from the beginning. I think it
Yep.
starts from the beginning. That's why you have to really be on your game as it comes to your finances, because the reality of the situation is, especially money like that, is typically only for a season.
That part.
So at some point, the money ain't gonna be coming in quite like it was in
No.
most
In
situations,
most situations.
unless you're financially stable and savvy enough to invest and do things like that, and then it's still not guaranteed.
And we got to talk about this. You got to be careful that you're not enabling people. There's a
Absolutely.
difference between helping somebody and enabling them. And I think, you have to set, like you said, that clear boundary. Like, yo, I got you right now. This for you.
This
Now
what I'm gonna
you
do.
got to take this money, and that's the problem. Because people, especially folk who ain't done nothing.
Right. And it's crazy because it's so much easier, and people miss it all the time, to help someone that you see is trying to help themselves.
Absolutely.
If I see you struggling and you grinding and
You
you getting at
trying,
it, then
yeah.
I'm more prone to say, hey, let me help you out. Let me step in. Let me do this. Let's do this. But if you just sitting at home saying, bro, you got it, you ought to, you know what I'm saying, throw something at
So
me.
you think that it would have been different if sis would have been like, yo, I'm trying to be a rapper too, or I'm trying to do this business. Can you
Yep.
invest in this?
Absolutely.
Versus sitting on the sideline saying she got all that money and she don't want to give us none. Like
Yep.
she working though.
Go do
You know what I'm
something.
saying? Like get
Right.
up and go do something. Last question. What's a healthy faith-centered approach to money and family? How do we teach our family versus rescue them?
I think it's all the things we just said. First of all, we have to be financially literate ourselves.
These
That's
words be
one
eating
of the
us
reasons they beating us up, Doc. They whooping us.
up. Financial literate.
You see, y'all see how she did me right then. I got you.
This goes
Cause
on all
in 1 minute, the
all
same
the
thing
other
gonna happen to her.
episodes, baby. I done messed some words up. Today I said Old B seasoning, not Old Bay. So
OB.
listen, I already
That's
done.
the Beyonce
I,
brand.
I already got some words messed up, stored up in the storehouse, huh? Words stored up. Somebody put the storehouse up there. My God.
But yeah, man, you gotta be literate, and you gotta make sure your family. That's one of the reasons that I was so interested in doing finance and
Yeah.
banking and lending, because I wanted to teach. I wanted to make sure I knew. I wanted to make sure my kids know. I want to spread the knowledge of how money and finance and banking and all that stuff work, because they don't teach us that stuff in
Yeah,
school.
they don't.
I think
And
it's
we
an
really,
opportunity for church
and
as
I was gonna
well.
say we really don't talk a lot about it in church, and I think we should. I really think we should have more conversations around financial literacy
Right.
and how to become stewards over the money
Yep.
of what
Because
you're
we
blessed
talk
with.
about tithing,
Yeah,
and how to handle the 10%, but 90% of the people don't know how to handle the
the
ninety
90,
percent.
and they don't know how to handle the 90, which
So
makes
you
them
know you ain't
struggle.
getting your
They
10.
struggling with that 10. You hear what
You
I'm saying?
already know.
Because they cannot really understand how to allot money, how to invest money, how to live within our means, all those different things. And it's unfortunate. So even in this case, when we talk about these things where your family feels entitled to what God has blessed you with, then I think, we've come to the conclusion that one, we got to have healthy communication and understanding, you know what I'm saying, when we're blessed. Two, we have to make sure that we're helping people and not enabling
Right.
them. And
Right.
then we have to really teach it in our churches, in our homes. I think it's
Absolutely.
really, really important. And that's what I
Absolutely.
respect and appreciate about you, because us being married, I can be a little,
My Lord.
the man of God is frugal, guys. The man of
Not
God,
frugal.
the man of God keeps leftovers. I don't eat leftovers, right? The man of God,
Let me tell y'all something.
the man of God like
It's
his
called
leftovers.
balance. If I wouldn't, if I was not as
Frugal.
attentive
Should I
to
just go?
finances.
Should I
Hold
just go
on,
and say it?
hold
Should I
on. Let
just
me
go?
finish. How you gonna
Okay.
cut me off?
Okay.
If I wasn't as attentive as I am to finances,
Uh-huh.
with the caliber of wife that I
Come on,
have,
words.
let me tell you something.
Caliber. Put that on.
Listen,
Type that up.
mother be spending.
The man of God, can I just say it? I'm just gonna go and say it. The man of
You
God
better
cheap.
not. Ooh, I can't believe you called me cheap in front of these people.
And me on the other hand, but what I'm saying,
So
I'm trying to
if
give you
I'm
a, no,
cheap,
no, I'm trying to give you a prompt.
If I'm cheap, then what are you?
What's the opposite of cheap?
Just
What's the word? I don't know. Tell me. Not in real life. What's the opposite of cheap?
you so crazy.
Who? Who?
You're
What's the opposite of cheap, India?
you're an overspender.
I'm an overspender. Maybe. I'm an overachiever.
See,
What's the word?
grand,
Expensive.
grand.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's all right. But what I was saying is that that's why I appreciate you because I have
It's balance.
become, yeah,
You
I
do
have
better.
become a lot more. I used to shop. Now it's on an as needed basis. Don't do your face like that.
As needed / wanted.
All right, we finna go
It's like an
because
as wanted basis.
we finna go because I already see this about to
It's
go
going
somewhere else.
left.
But I have enjoyed our conversation. I think it's a
Yeah, man.
must needed.
Mighty God. I must need it.
Goodness, a
Jesus.
much needed conversation.
Yeah, man.
And I pray that for GloRilla and her family and
Absolutely.
everything that's going on and that God would be even in the midst of that. And one thing that we always want to make sure we encourage people to do, pray.
Absolutely.
When things
Pray,
are happening
man.
around us, pray.
Mm-hmm. Pray and learn about finances. Pray about being a good steward. Read the Bible. I said it before. It teaches us every aspect of life. So financing, lending, the whole nine, it's all in there.
It's in there.
It's all in there.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this episode of Coffee Conversations with Marcus and Lisa. Baby, we have a time in here. Make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and come back.
Come check us out.